or cells, bones, cancer tumor, this and that is nothing but energy, waves, vibrations. Cancer tumor means energy is gathering there and stagnating there instead of floating.
More than 25 years ago, a man stood before the United States Congress to deliver a warning that, over time, would sound more like a premonition than a speech. He spoke of another way of nutrition, of the innate capacity of human beings to heal themselves, and of the danger facing Western civilization if it continued to ignore the natural laws that govern life. Few listened, but that message, delivered in 1999, resonated like an echo from the future. That man was Michio Kushi, a Taoist and macrobiotic master who challenged the foundations of materialist thought. Before the representatives of power, Kushi spoke of the invisible energy that sustains matter.
They use terminology, so-called ki. In the peak of modern civilization, atomic physics reached the same conclusions, that matter is something like ghost. Matter is non-matter. Matter is vibration, energy.
He revealed that matter is not something solid or permanent, but a set of vibrations organized by consciousness. And that by learning to master those vibrations, by refining our qi, we could heal diseases, extend life, and transform our reality. But his words were ignored, his message silenced, and his legacy slowly buried under the noise of a science clinging to the tangible and a pharmaceutical industry that thrives on keeping us sick.
When you speak certain words, you yourself change because giving you certain vibration, and also giving to someone to whom you speak certain vibration and changing also him. So words, speech, you have to choose very carefully. You can alive people, you can kill people. Same thing by your own chantings or own talkings. You can alive yourself, you can kill yourself.
Kushi did not speak from fantasy nor superstition. He spoke from a deep understanding of the universe and of the human body as a reflection of that same cosmic order. According to his vision, every illness is nothing more than a disruption in the circulation of qi, an obstruction in the vital flow that connects mind, body, and spirit. When that energy stagnates, disease appears. When it flows freely, health, mental clarity, and inner fulfillment arise. But accepting this truth meant recognizing that the power of healing resides within us, not in laboratories or pills. That is why Michio Kushi's teachings were ridiculed, censored, and even labeled pseudoscience. Because a human being who learns to nourish and refine their energy stops depending on external systems that control them.
Energy, understanding of energy is understanding of body and spirit at one time, same things. Okay? And understanding energy is the guide for you, the guide of your life, including your physical manifestation and spiritual manifestation. Okay?
This knowledge, which unites Eastern wisdom with an advanced understanding of energy, empowers the individual. And that, for the great powers, is dangerous. Michio Kushi, the modern alchemist. As early as 1984, Michio Kushi spoke of concepts that, for the Western public of the time, bordered on the impossible: vital energy as the basis of matter, consciousness as a creative force, and the possibility of healing the body through inner balance. Kushi taught that there are two fundamental currents in nature: yin energy and yang energy. One represents matter, rest, nourishment, and receptivity. The other, movement, action, the fire that transforms. One rises from the earth, the other descends from the cosmos. Life is nothing but a dance between the two, a dynamic balance that, when broken, gives rise to suffering. Through food, thought, breathing, and intention, human beings can restore that harmony. That is why he emphasized food so much. Food, he said, does not merely nourish the physical body, it is a material manifestation of qi. Natural foods, grown in balance, keep energy clean and flowing. But the modern diet, industrialized, unbalanced, and loaded with artificial excess yang, blocks the circulation of qi, generating illness and mental confusion. For Kushi, the true revolution was energetic and spiritual. It was not about changing governments or economic systems, but about transforming human consciousness, understanding that we are living laboratories of internal alchemy. The ancient Taoists called this path Nei Dan, internal alchemy, a process of refinement in which the human being transforms vital energy into enlightened consciousness. They taught that within us exist three major energy centers: the three dantian, the lower, where qi is generated and rooted in the earth; the middle, where it is transformed into emotion, compassion, and vitality; and the upper, where it sublimates into wisdom and pure consciousness. When we learn to refine that energy, we ascend from the dense to the subtle, from matter to light, following the same path that the universe takes in its eternal movement toward fullness. At the end of the video, I will guide you through a simple practice inspired by the ancient Taoist masters, so you can begin today to feel and cultivate your own inner energy. From the subtle to the dense. We live in a universe made of energy. Everything that exists, from the farthest stars to the cells in our bodies, vibrates within an immense field of movement and transformation. What we call matter is only an appearance, a temporary condensation of energy. Quantum physics, after centuries of materialist thought, has ended up approaching what the ancient Taoist sages already knew: that matter is just energy vibrating, and that consciousness is the force that shapes it. If we could observe the inside of an atom, we would discover that it is almost completely empty. More than 99.9% of its volume is empty space, a vast ocean of potential in which subatomic particles appear and disappear, sustained by an invisible energy known as the quantum field. At that level, reality is not composed of objects, but of probabilities, and each particle exists as a latent possibility until consciousness observes it. Qi, the vital force that animates the universe. As early as the 1980s, Michio Kushi was sharing in the West ideas that ancient Taoists had taught in the East thousands of years ago. He spoke of the vital energy that permeates all that exists, the one the Eastern sages called qi, the invisible force that fills the void and gives life to all forms. In Taoism, qi is the manifestation of the Tao in motion, the breath that shapes the universe, creating galaxies, solar systems, and planets. It permeates everything. It connects everything. According to this vision, the human being is a microcosm of the universe, a reflection of its order and harmony. Qi flows through subtle channels in the body, concentrates in energy centers, the dantian, and can be transformed through conscious practice. This energy, though invisible, can be felt in the warmth of the body, in the pulse of the heart, or in the vitality of nature. When qi flows freely, we feel vitality in the body, balance in emotions, and a deep spiritual connection. But when this flow is blocked, whether by stress, inadequate diet, or repressed emotions, imbalances and disease appear, manifesting as chronic fatigue or weakened immunity. That is why the cultivation of qi occupies a central place in Taoist internal alchemy, Naidan, whose purpose is to transform vital energy into consciousness and spiritual expansion. This process seeks alignment with the Tao and what is called immortality, understood not as eternal physical life, but as the transcendence of the ego and union with the whole. Internal medicine. Since ancient times, Eastern traditions, Taoism, Buddhism, and Hinduism have conceived the body as a sacred laboratory, a microcosm that reflects the universe. While the West considers consciousness a byproduct of matter, the East teaches the opposite. Consciousness shapes form. Within us, every thought and emotion has a direct effect on the flow of internal energy. Fear, tension, or anger block qi. Calm, gratitude, and love restore it. Our consciousness acts as a quantum observer, collapsing infinite possibilities into the concrete experience toward which we direct our attention. Therefore, training the mind is also training energy. Each deep breath, each focused thought, each conscious act becomes a form of internal alchemy, a refinement in which the dense transforms into the subtle and the material into the spiritual. Science calls it coherence, Taoism calls it harmony, and in both cases, the result is the same. When energy flows freely, the body heals, the mind clears, and the spirit rises.
Many people think human body is something like stand up, like growing, like tree from the ground. But that is wrong image. Plants and the human body is opposite. That means plants is stationed there and growing up like that. Our body is stationed there and growing down.
According to Michio Kushi, the human body is a reflection of the spirit, a node of individual consciousness that manifests in the dense planes of reality. Our essence descends from subtler levels, such as the planes of light or the astral, until it materializes in physical matter. Thus, the body is a projection of consciousness, a visible expression of energy vibrating at higher levels. This implies that, many times, illness is nothing more than a blockage in the subtle body, an interruption in the energetic flow that, over time, densifies until it manifests physically. True healing begins at the energetic level. By releasing blockages, qi flows again, and the body responds by regaining its natural balance. Just as our consciousness directs the flow of qi within the body, it also projects energy toward everything around us. Every thought, emotion, and word vibrates, affects, and resonates in the field surrounding us. That is why the power of the word is also very important and real. Speaking with intention can harmonize your qi and your environment, while words filled with fear or judgment create imbalance. As Michio Kushi taught us, our words are extensions of our energy, a bridge between our inner world and the universe. Centers of energy and transformation. According to Taoist philosophy, the human being possesses three main energy centers, called dantian, located along the central axis of the body. These centers transform, store, and transmit energy, and are associated with the three treasures of the tradition: Jing, vital essence; Qi, energy; and Shen, consciousness or spirit. The flow of energy between the dantian constitutes the heart of Taoist internal alchemy, Naidan. When sufficient heat is generated in the lower dantian, as a result of the interaction between the fire of the heart and the water of the kidneys, vital essence, Jing, transforms into qi energy. This energy rises to the middle dantian, where it merges with Shen, and finally reaches the upper dantian, becoming light or spiritual energy. The goal of Qigong and internal alchemy is to develop this process, to enhance energy within the body, increase the circulation of qi, and achieve harmony between body, mind, and spirit. The health and vitality of the individual depend on the quantity and quality of energy present in these three dantian. Furthermore, these energy centers correspond to the chakras of Hinduism, and the process of raising and transmuting energy is reminiscent of the ascent of Kundalini in the Hindu tradition, where vital energy is purified and elevated toward higher consciousness. One of the most important Taoist practices to achieve this sublimation and elevation of energy is the microcosmic orbit, a method of meditation and circulation of qi that prepares the practitioner to activate and harmonize the three dantian. This practice will be the next section we explore and will serve as a guide to begin experiencing internal energy directly. But before that, we will do a short practice to feel the energy in our hands. At the center of each palm, there is an energetic opening called Lao Gong. These points function as entry and exit doors for qi, the vital energy, which is why the hands are so sensitive in perceiving it. Sit or stand with a straight back and relaxed shoulders. Rub your palms together for a few seconds until you notice warmth. Place them in front of your chest, palms facing each other. Inhale through your nose as you slowly separate them, and exhale as you bring them together again, keeping your attention on the space between them. Repeat several times. Then, leave your hands about 5 to 10 centimeters apart and move them gently, as if shaping an invisible sphere. Observe the warmth, tingling, or slight pressure you feel. That is qi flowing through your hands. The more attention you place, the more refined your perception will become, and the more intensely you will feel this energy. With consistent practice, your sensitivity will grow, and the flow of qi will become increasingly clear and tangible. Guided practice, microcosmic orbit. Sit comfortably, with your back straight and eyes closed. Breathe deeply, relaxing your shoulders and body. Gently place your tongue on the upper palate, closing the circuit between the renmai, frontal channel, and dumai, dorsal channel. Bring your attention to the lower dantian, below the navel. Visualize a warm, golden ball there, your reserve of qi. With each inhalation, feel it grow, absorbing energy from the earth. With each exhalation, relax and distribute that vitality throughout your body. Now, guide the chai upward along the back, following the dumai channel to the crown of the head. Feel the ascending flow like a river of light. Then exhale, allowing the qi to descend along the front of the body through the renmai channel, passing through the upper and middle dantian and returning to the lower dantian. Repeat this cycle several times, feeling how yin and yang balance, unblocking meridians and refining your energy. Observe how the energy transforms, dense and vital in the lower dantian, emotional in the middle, spiritual in the upper. To close, gather qi in the lower dantian, exhale, and gently press the abdomen with your hands to anchor the energy. Keep the tongue on the palate a few more seconds and slowly open your eyes, feeling renewed vitality. The more you practice, the clearer and more tangible the circulation of qi will become, and your perception will refine with each session. This practice helps to balance your energy, harmonizing yin and yang within you. It unblocks meridians and energy centers, allowing your chai to flow freely and without obstacles. It fills you with vitality, awakens mental clarity, and helps release stress, anxiety, and all tension accumulated in the body. At the same time, it sharpens your internal perception. You begin to feel your energy more tangibly, more vividly. And the more you practice it, the more fluid and powerful that stream of qi becomes within you. It is as if you awaken something that has always been there, waiting for you to recognize it and set it in motion. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you found this information useful and enriching. See you soon.